And then we got to Danny Garcia against Rhett Titus. I love Rhett Titus. Worked with him in Ring of Honor. Wonderful young man. Has he been on this television show ever?
We definitely saw him lose a match where he was treated like a job guy somewhere, but it may have been Collision, not.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Well, anyway. So the generic Samoans jumped on Mac Daddy, who was doing color at the desk, and Brian Cage and the masked Mexican, who I now know to be Hechicero, came out and beat up Garcia after Garcia had beat Rhett, but then MJF hit for the save, started to make a save on a group of jobbers who were beating up another jobber. But then they stopped MJF and beat him up. And then Will Ostrich hit the ring and made a big comeback and saved him. And then MJF and Will bump into each other back to back and turn around and face off. So now we haven't even had Swerve and Ostrich yet. And they're getting ready for the Wembley main event. So thanks for coming, Swerve. We appreciate your contributions. We gave you every chance in the world we could for a week and a half, but it just didn't work out.
And they had the big B. They had the big three baby faces in there, MJF, Ospreay, and Daniel Garcia. No, look, I guess you set it up in a sense because the villainous team cut in with a promo after the match earlier. So I guess if you wanted to try to justify why MJF is still there, let alone why he's running in completely outnumbered like an idiot.
To save Rhett Titus and Mac Daddy.
Yeah, where did Rhett Titus go, by the way? Everyone else was still in that thing.
Well, yeah, and he said, fuck it, they got my fucking ass saved. I'm getting out of here before somebody beats me up again.
They obviously are setting things up for Ospreay and MJF. They want people to buzz about it before they give it to them, as they should. Is this the way you would go about setting that up, knowing that someone else is the champion right now?
But what part of MJF's character has ever been, I'll just save random people I don't even know at risk to myself? That was the whole thing of why they liked MJF, because he was a scumbag, but he was their scumbag. And they would chant, he's our scumbag. Well, now he's an idiot, like all the rest of them. Because he goes out and then he gets beat up by jobbers. And then the new flavor of the moment comes out and saves his ass. Which is why their world champion wasn't over by the time he won the thing. Which is why they've taken everybody else that was goddamn at some level over or popular or had interest and nullified them, confused them, made them meaningless. Who's a heel? Who's a babyface? Whose side are they on? Who are they mad at? Why does this guy manage these people? This guy's over here with those people. Who are these people? Can you show me some identification?
One more thing I'll say here. There was a sign front row all night, and that's interesting because WWE apparently banned a Scott Cornish sign that one of the listeners, Ben Rich, brought to ringside.
Oh, well, why would they have heat with Scott Cornish?
No one in the front row, they said, on a TV taping could have a sign. There was one on AEW. I think it was either Where's Sammy or We Support Sammy. The fact that it was there means it was allowed to be there, whatever that means.
Well, but now which Sammy was that?
Sammy Davis Jr. It wouldn't be Sami Zayn. It was definitely a different spelling than that Sammy.
Well, it could have been Sammy Davis Jr., or it could have been Sami Zayn, or it could, because they don't know all how to spell.
Sammy Maudlin.
Sammy Maudlin. Or it could have been Sammy the Bull Gravano.
Oh, I mean, we support him. I guess it could be. It could be. He's big.
And I forgot about
Fairfax.
Well, I forgot about Sammy Guevara. He's not hurt. They're just pissed off at him, right?
Allegedly.
But
yeah, the other thing is, just real quick, MJF got over as good as you could. And he only interacted with main eventers for a long time.
Yeah.
And then after a certain point, when he became babyface, when he became champion, it was almost like the obligation to pull other people up, but sometimes you have to acknowledge that that's not the best way for him to be used. He's good interacting with the other. He's amazing interacting with the other top people, but using him to try to get other people to that level, I don't think that's a wise way to use MJF, whether it's anytime we've seen it before or anytime we're about to see it.
Well, no, it needs to be the right guy, not just a bunch of random people. It can be done, but just not constantly and or with goofballs. And as well, it just diminishes him when he's out there involved with these slugs that nobody gives a shit about in the overall scheme of things. And it also, like you said, he used to have great match after great match on pay-per-view when it counted. But that was, you build something to where it means something and then you pay it off. And he doesn't build with just having random good matches because, yeah. But the whole thing with Adam Cole and that whole angle and story with all of those people in the group and who was it, Black Scorpion, whatever the fuck, that did not do MJF any good. And I think he's still suffering from it, along with just the fact that the whole rest of the program is so much worse now than it was the last time he was featured on it. And he's not a goddamn Merlin the magician. You can't ask one human being to save an entire goddamn sinking battleship. So it is what it is.